This motor, stroker motor, is going in today, come hell or high water. But I noticed something that I wanted to point out for the tip of the day, if any of you are out there and have this problem. My original bike was bought in 1993. It had a pre-1994 to 2001 engine like the one here. What that means is that in 1994, a year after my bike came out, they made changes to the engines, which made them like this, but they also made changes to the frame. Now, if you're going to put a stroker engine into a pre-1994 bike, this is one thing you need to know. They strengthen some things and they change other things. These are the two mounting ears for the bottom axle. They go through here and through here, which is right here. This right here is 12 millimeters. Okay, this is actually a mounting bolt for a front wheel, but I'm going to use it for demonstration. Now, on a 1993 bike, their ears and their holes right here are 12 millimeter. That means that this axle is 12 millimeters, and this is actually 12 millimeters. So you can see that it doesn't go through there. It doesn't go through there either. So you're going, well, why isn't that? Why isn't that? Well, the reason is because a 1993 DIO frame only had a 10 millimeter axle bolt. Okay? So if you put a 10 millimeter axle bolt into a 12 millimeter hole, this bottom ear and everything's going to rattle around like you wouldn't believe. It's got to fit in there right. So I solved that problem. I took a 12 millimeter hole, just like it is right here, and if you look very closely, you'll see a little tiny shim in here. Okay, it's a standard shim which you'll find on your bike in right up here, maybe there's one or two here where they're right here or they're right here. They're called stainless steel dowels, okay, and they are 10 millimeter dowels. So I slid the 10 millimeter dowels in here. There's one there, and you can see there's one. I'll try and go back and forth. One right here. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. This old camera. You can see the dowel right there. Okay, there's not supposed to be anything around this 12 millimeter stock deal, but there is an engine. There is a 10 millimeter dowel in there. And up here, same way. You can see, if you look very closely, you can see the rusted part that's inside the 12 millimeter bushing. That is a dowel. It goes all the way through. It's only, I don't know, ½ inch long or something. But I put some glue in there and held it in there, and my 10 millimeter stock bottom rod, bottom axle, like this, will fit in here perfectly. Now you say, well, why? Well, it's 12 millimeters, why don't you use it? The problem is that the frame on the 93 model has a 10 millimeter bushings, and you have to use a 10 millimeter axle. So that's the tip of the day. If you want to make this work, make a 94 engine work with a 93 or younger, or what's it, 93 or older DIO frame. And with that, I'm going to get the bike ready, and this engine is going in. And I don't give a damn what you say. Don't turn your back on me, cat.